former head of MI6, John Sawers, on the fall of Assad. Let's have a listen.
Program about their support for militias in the region and so on. For Israel...
Sorry, I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, well, for Israel, they're watching this carefully. After the 1973 war, when Israel occupied the Golan Heights, part of Syrian territory, that's actually been quite quiet. One of the good things for Israel in the last 50 years is that they haven't had problems on their border with Syria. They will be nervous about this. They've had a sort of implicit understanding with the Russians that the Russians would help ensure that the Syrian regime would prevent attacks across the Golan Heights from Syria, and in return the Israelis have done nothing to undermine the Syrian regime. It's a sort of dirty, unwritten deal between Israel and Russia. But the Israelis now will be watching with great uncertainty about what's happening, and they'll probably be planning what Phil Collins was describing, which is a worst-case scenario of this going badly wrong and Syria breaking up into smaller units.
I'm surprised to hear Phil Collins is talking about that.
Their fire on Israel at some point. I think that's less likely at the moment, but it's certainly not impossible.
So he's wondering, will the new rebels that have taken charge in Syria turn their fire on Israel? Maybe. We're in unknown territory, but surely the supply line for what some people call the resistance, other people call terrorists, the armed factions in Gaza, Hamas, supported by Iran. Look at the map. Iran, Syria, Bashar al-Assad, ally of Iran. Where's the supplies going to come from now? Hamas cut off. Hezbollah in Lebanon cut off. So we don't know what the rebels in Syria will do, but the armed groups opposing Israel in Gaza, Hamas, in Lebanon, Hezbollah, they have been cut off from Syria. So it might be one problem solved and another problem created.